Dyson again. I'm with the St. Louis Center for Play Therapy Training. We offer affordable continuing education opportunities for play therapy credentialing. You can learn more about us on our website, stlplaytherapy.com. I wanted to talk to you today about a game that I have made that children seem to love, and it's easy to make and it's affordable. Affordability is always so important. As a play therapist, I'm on a budget, and I'm going to bet that you are as well. So one of the places where I frequently shop for play therapy materials and supplies is the dollar stores, and they are popping up everywhere. With the economy being the state that it's in, more and more people are looking for affordable places to shop. So for those of us who are always looking for things to either replace things that get used up in our play therapy room or things to supplement what we already have, the dollar stores are a wonderful place. And so I love to go to the dollar stores, walk around, see what I can find, and then try to come up with a clever way of integrating it into play therapy. And that's something, here's one thing that I figured out way you can do that, and that is with this little dollar muffin tin. What a bargain, right? It's nice and it's metal, it's durable, it's gonna last me a really long time. So what are you going to do with that? You ask. We're not gonna cook, we're not gonna make muffins. We're gonna take a permanent marker. Sharpies are my marker of choice, love them, and they come in so many cool colors anymore. And here's what I did. I used my Sharpie and I drew some feeling faces in each little muffin compartment. I work with a lot of young children, so I just did happy, sad, mad, and scared, and then I repeated a couple of them. So depending on the ages of children that you work with, the older they are, probably the more expanded their emotional vocabulary is, and they would be able to recognize more. That being said, if a child looked at a mad face that I would consider a mad face and called it scared, I would not correct them. I would let them name the feeling, whatever it is that they think it is. So there's no right or wrong way to interpret feelings. It's that they are at least recognizing it for what they think might be the feeling behind that face. So use your Sharpie, draw those in there. I'm not an artist by any means. You can usually figure out a pretty relatively easy way to make them look recognizable, or incorporate the kids to help you do it. So you can use that to make it, and you'll want to set it down on the floor probably, and you can stand around it. You can do this individually with a child. You could even do it in a group. I like these hacky sack balls. You can usually find them in lots of different places. I found this set of 4 at Walmart. I don't remember the price. I'm thinking maybe $2.50 for a set. They even had little basketballs, so they were different sports related balls. What I like about them is they've got like beans or whatever that is inside. Beans, rice, probably beans. So they're nice and weighted. So when you would toss it, it would easily fall down into one of those spots. A bean bag would be similar, but most bean bags that I've seen are a lot bigger and would probably be too large for these little holes right here. But being able to toss it, then it lands in a space. They would identify the feeling and perhaps share a time when they've experienced that feeling, or what what if they say this is angry, you might ask them, so what kind of things would make a kid feel angry? You can generalize it to kids in general instead of specifically about them. So, and you know, now that I'm looking at these, they're kind of blank here, they got some blank space. And you could even probably draw feelings onto these and come up with another game that you could play. Maybe you would rather draw the feelings on this and not onto your tin, and then that way when they would toss it, you know, they wouldn't necessarily know what the face was. Or you could draw lots of different faces all over the ball. And then when they tossed it in, they could pick it out, and if they landed it in one of the muffin tin spaces, they could name one of these feelings and share a time when they had that feeling. So see, you could make lots of different games out of that. You can also toss in coins. I'm looking here. I think I've got these little plastic gold coins that I use. Kids like to bury them in the sand. They're not very heavy, but they're heavy enough that they would probably work for a game like that as well. So if you can't afford to, or cannot find these little hacky sack balls, you could use something like that. Here's another idea that you could use. Instead of drawing the feeling faces on the inside of the muffin tin, what if you flipped it upside down and drew them on the back side like this? And you know, I don't know why they put these holes in muffin tins, but they always do. Maybe it's to help air circulate. I don't know, I'm not much of a baker. But you could hang this on a wall with a nail or a push pin, or you could set it up on an easel, or you could just lay it flat on the table and you could have little magnets. And so if, say, you were facilitating a group or even an individual child for therapy, they could come in and they could use it as a little feelings check-in. So let's say they came in and they were really surprised because maybe they forgot they had a play therapy session today. So I'm feeling really surprised about that. So they would stick a magnet right there on that feeling. So they could check in with that, and if they had different feelings that sort of surfaced during the course of the session, they could always change them, in a great way to talk about it in a non-threatening sort of way. So if you don't already have an old muffin tin at your house that you can use, head to the dollar store, buy one, get some little coins, get some hacky sacks, a Sharpie. Look, you don't need a lot. Take you probably 10 minutes to assemble the whole thing, and you've got a great way to encourage children to talk about their what it is they're feeling, and share sometimes when they've had those feelings. So a great way to assess their feelings vocabulary, and also to help them come up with ways of maybe dealing with some of those really, really strong emotions that they may have. So like I said at the beginning of this video, if you're looking for play therapy information, play therapy training opportunities, go to stlplaytherapy.com. You can find me there. You can find me on Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. I also have a blog. There's links to all of those social media sites on the stlplaytherapy.com homepage. Please connect with me, share with me strategies that you're using. If you've taken some of the tips that I've been sharing over the course of the last year or so, and you like them, or you've adapted them to a different way, I'd love to hear from you. So see what you can do with a muffin tin, and let me know. I'd love to hear from you.